What's up, the boxing world? This is Derek Poppy Rolon at Strictly Boxing. Got a nice show for you today, something a little different from what we see on a regular podcast. And I like to talk about different characteristics and mentality, man, in the sport of boxing. And this time we're going to talk about, man, in the sport of boxing, man, about, you know, fallback plans, man. Like, what do we do with the fallback plans? In case you don't make it in boxing. So that's going to be an interesting topic. And before we jump into that, though, man, I want to remind everybody, man, this is a very serious year for the election. It's a very serious, man. If you live in the state of New Jersey, man, I believe the last day is October 15th to register to be able to vote for November. The other states, man, check and find out when is your deadlines for voting. If you haven't registered to vote, man, get registered, man. This is a very serious election, and all votes is needed. All votes is counted. This is one of those elections that can change the direction of the United States. All right. Third part rolling at Strictly Boxing. There's been some good things I've been seeing in boxing. There's been some good fighters that I've been seeing that's, not totally relying on the sport of boxing. They, getting college degrees, coming out of the amateurs, you're going to college, getting degrees, and still trying to be a professional fighter. So, this morning in the park while we working out, man, we had a discussion about this topic, man. It made me say, okay, let me share this with the boxing world, see what kind of comments and interaction we can get about that. Because one guy said, man, a fallback plan means that if you have a fallback plan that you really not going to give it your all. Like, you don't give it everything you got if you got a backup plan in case it don't work. And I tend to believe that. On my personal career. And, I remember seeing a show, I think it was Eddie Murphy was on the Arsenio Hall show. And I know that was years ago, telling my age, right? But I remember he asking Eddie Murphy a question about what would you have done if the comedian thing didn't work for you? And he said he didn't have a backup plan. He said, if you have a backup plan, 9 out of 10 times you'll use the backup plan because you got a backup plan. What do you guys think about that? Like, can you be in the sport of boxing and have a backup plan in case it doesn't work? Does that mean that I'm not going to give it my all? I mean, can you give it your all if you got, in those trying moments when it gets tough and it get rough? You could just say, I'll eat it with that, man, let that go. Or you could just give up. You could just quit. You could just go do other things. You got something else to fall back on. Something to think about, something I want to discuss, something I want to hear your comments about. Can you give it your all? And you got a backup plan. I didn't have a backup plan, man. It was everything I had, man. I got the eye injury. I was like, yo, man, you got to fix my eye because this is all I got, man. And I was able to get back to the ring. And I wound up getting a title, but, I gave it everything I can to try to get back in the sport of boxing because I didn't have a backup plan. And then I created another plan, and I wound up going back to college and getting a degree, graduated from Keene University. And I had a backup plan. And so I didn't have a backup plan, but I created another plan. So when you got an A plan, you don't have an A plan and a B plan. You got to have an A plan, give it everything you got for your A plan. And then if it doesn't work, now I got to create another A plan. So that backup plan might not be a good thing, but I think it comes down to the determination of what we're seeing in the sport of boxing right now. I do see a lot of young fighters, man, getting degrees and having a backup plan and being able to compete in things. But I think when it really get down to it, when you don't have no choice, when this is all you got, I think you got an edge. I think you have an edge when this is everything you got, I got to give it. This is what the difference in the mentality of the boxing. This is just my opinion. This is the difference when we get those really good fighters down to the wire. This is all I got. This is everything I am. I'm giving it everything I got. Aside from somebody saying, well, I'm doing this, but if this don't work, I got something over here. I got some investments, I got businesses, I got stuff going on. So in my opinion, I mean, I could see both sides, that it's great to have that in case something happened, but it's hard for me to believe that you can give it everything you got. You can suck it up from the bottom of your gut to come back and win when you got something else you could do. What y'all think, man? I'm interested in this right here. I'm interested in, is there any fighters out there, man, where this is all they got? Well, this is what it is. This is my whole life is this. And that was my situation. I got a friend. I got an associate. And he trains in the gym with us. And I came up a little under him. And, he had a backup plan. He had a Board of Education job. And he was, he could fight. He had the skills. He had a lot of talent. He could fight. Very good talent. We called him the Hitman because he, was built like Tommy Hearns. He had a right hand. He had a good jab like Tommy Hearns. But he had a little eye injury. And it was easy for him to say, all right, well, I got an injury. That's all right. See you later. I'm out. And he went back onto his job. And then I'm coming up under him with the same type of injury. I couldn't give up with that. I couldn't let it go. I didn't have another job. This is all I had. Eye injuries mean, doc, you got to find out a way to fix my eye. I gotta get back into this ring. This is not this is all I got. I don't got nothing else. It's a difference. It's a difference. You in the fight, and you're getting hit, and you're getting rocked, and you got to dig deep, man, because this guy is giving it to you from the rip, and you could easily just say, man, I ain't gotta win this shit, man. Lady, I got something else. This shit right here out. But a dude that says, nah, man, so I ain't got nothing else, man. I gotta make it. And that's what Eddie Murphy said in that interview with Arsenio Hall. He said, when you got a backup plan, it's hard to give it your all. This is Derek Poppy rolling that Strictly Boxing, man. I really want to know what you guys think about this. Interesting topic, just small talk about boxing. We got some big fights coming up next week. And the fight I'm training is fighting October 12th at the Prudential Center. We fighting a big fight, and he don't got nothing else but boxing. He don't got nothing else but this. This was sparked up the conversation, but he tells me, man, this is it, man. I gotta win. He telling me this is what I gotta do, and this is it. And I love the mentality. Aside from someone that might have a fallback plan already easy, man. We need this hunger in boxing, man. I don't know if there's hunger no more. Listen, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, man, appreciate it, man. Subscribe, Strictly Boxing with Derek Poppy. Roll on. And if you liked what I'm talking about, hit the thumbs up, man. I appreciate it. Yo, check it out, though. I really want to know, do you think we need a backup plan if we in the sport of boxing? I can see the benefit. I can see both sides of the argument. I can see that, we need something just in case it don't work. But then again, how can you give it your all if you got something else to hold you down? It's a Derek Poppy rolling. That's Strictly Boxing. Please, man, like and share the video. And peace.